This program is brought to you by the Bureau of Memetic Warfare.
The term weaponized autism has been thrown around for nearly a decade now, but has only recently become a common reference. Weaponized autism is a general term which describes a broad spectrum of behavior found mostly on the internet and social media. It is observed as socially awkward, spontaneous, hyperactive, and used generally as a defense mechanism against cultural adversaries. The behavior typically results in confusion, anger, shock, and disorientation. In this presentation, I will break down how exactly an attack of basic weaponized autism works. Social interactions are filled with expectations, formalities, scripts, and role-playing. When anyone acts outside of these scripts, we are programmed to focus on this social deviance to determine what exactly is wrong with the person displaying this behavior. If person A is walking down a sidewalk and person B walks into them while heading towards him, it's expected person B apologizes. If person B does not apologize, person A will be offended and think to himself why person B has walked into him. Either person B is unaware of his behavior, making him dumb, person B is in a hurry, making him unorganized, or person B knows he walked through person A, making him hostile. Some may wonder what the significance of this is. After all, this is basic human behavior. The significance lies within its usage throughout modern culture, particularly on the internet. When seemingly hostile behaviors are observed on the internet, the intentions of these behaviors become quite complicated. Without body language or facial expressions to observe, communication becomes very unclear and confusing. And when communication spreads like cancer across all social media platforms, observers of this behavior often feel overwhelmed and intimidated, making them less likely to engage in dialogue. And when people feel intimidated, their composure and logic takes a hit. Examples of weaponized autism vary. In this video, I will give examples of weaponized autism I have used personally, and weaponized autism I have observed coming from my peers. The important thing to remember about me using weaponized autism is I am aware of my behavior, as shown in part 1 of this series, and that I intentionally focus my autism on adversaries and innocent normie bystanders. This is where the word weaponize comes in, the intention. My preferred method of weaponized autism is hate subscription comment bombing. Unlike typical trolling, this tactic relies on timing, consistency, and dedication to waiting for an enemy channel to release content. A detailed description of this tactic can be found in my video, My Experience Using Sock Puppets Against Cultural Marxists. Basically, constant bombardment of a comment section using a primary bait comment within a video's recent release using provocative comments is the primary method, and then replying to enemies repeated throughout the day until the channel is finished releasing content. Knowing full well that I am in a video's comment section for the sole purpose of aggravating the channel's fans, it doesn't matter if my comment is factual or just plain offensive, and defending my comments by appearing to make counter-arguments against those dumb enough to respond to me only perpetuates negative attention given to me. Once my bait comment has claimed a higher up spot within the comment section, it is easy to continue aggravating adversaries replying to me by using the insult fact insult method. What this entails is a comment that begins with an insult, pejorative, sarcasm, or statement that shows amusement, followed by a claim, and then ending with a demand and another insult or pejorative. An example would be my bait comment, "We just need to get rid of the Jews already," for a video or article that is generally pro-Jew. When someone replies with, "You are a racist, Jews are very oppressed," or any other typical reply, it is then I use the insult fact insult method. I will respond to this person with, "Oh, those poor Jews didn't do nothing. They are just oppressed because it's funny to pick on Jews for no reason whatsoever. You're clueless about history. If you care to know why I say what I say, you'd ask, but you're just another brain-dead sheep. Move along." Let me break down this comment so you can better see how it has a higher impact compared to typical troll comments. "Oh, those poor Jews didn't do nothing. They are just oppressed because it's funny to pick on Jews for no reason whatsoever." Blatant sarcasm shows I am based Being base shows adversaries I not only stand by my beliefs, but will mock anything that challenges them. This alone provokes anger and the need to engage in dialogue with me. You are clueless about history. If you cared to know why I say what I say, you'd ask. This statement tells the adversary I know enough about him to make claims about his knowledge of history, and that him replying to me was done out of resentment, not curiosity. In reality, I know nothing about this person, but suggesting I do will only further pull his strings. It is important that when making a claim to adversaries who have proven to have nothing but resentment towards you, to never back your claims, whether factual or not, by providing citations, sources, or evidence. While these things are important during debates, they are counterproductive when utilizing them in weaponized autism. Adversaries will often demand citations, insisting to others in the comment section you should be ignored if you do not provide them. By providing citations, you are giving control of your own comment section to your adversaries. But you're just another brain-dead sheep. Move along. By ending your reply with an insult and demand, you are enforcing your confidence that your adversary is inferior by hinting that you have proudly gotten in the last word. So, was I serious when I said we need to get rid of the Jews already? I don't know. I do know there is a problem with Zionism. I do know leaving such a blunt comment gains attention. I do know someone out there may have heard about the Jewish problem and may be reinforced to look into it after seeing my comment. But I can honestly say, I don't know if we should actually get rid of the Jews. The insult-fact-insult method has been my most successful tactic against adversaries. It has not only presented my comments with the vitriolic confidence needed to traumatize my adversaries, but depending on the content of my comments, they can result in the red pilling of some of the bystanders curious enough to look into parts of my comments. After comprehending this tactic, one may ask, so where's the autism? The autism rests within the confusion between the context of the comment and the intention of my comment. The combination of claims and insults, combined with my consistency, makes it difficult for many to determine if I am trolling or if I am being sincere. With confusion comes fear. Only those who face the fear and look into the truth within my comments can do away with the confusion. Everyone else gets swept into the hurricane of disorientation and anger.